Jai Ram, Sita Ram, Jai 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 Jai Ram.
You have to learn when to stop.
breaking news tonight. During our meeting, you may hear some loud screaming. That's not somebody in pain, even though it sounds a bit like they're in pain. But you may not believe this, but they're in pain from it being so good, so good. And then when you hear tremendous laughter, this is because our friend Radha is having a Satori moment. And when she laughs, it's because she suddenly sees how incredibly funny the ego is and the whole ego game between everybody and how the world is such a funny place. And you can't help but laugh because it's such a joke. Such a joke, you see. And we'll invite her in a little bit. Maybe, can she come now, maybe? Bring her over, bring her over. Maybe you help Indira, maybe you help. So we're going to invite her for a moment so you can make your own decision about whether she's happy or not. Yeah? I think it might as well be now because it'll be all like that. It'll be the same through the meeting, I think. But if she can't come, it's also okay. Okay, fine. We've got a few minutes, don't worry. You can put the camera up on our new painting. So the community just bought 2 wonderful new paintings, and it almost now completes our circle around us here in the satsang, that we're surrounded by something like 50 wonderful paintings and about 10 very good sculptures. And this creates a certain energy, actually. And these 2 new paintings are from a very, very good artist who I visited a couple of days ago in Freiburg. No, he's in Karlsruhe, yeah. Yeah. And also 2 days ago, I went down to Freiburg and I met with Michael Barnett, who is now 89 and unfortunately is not in good health. They've discovered a tumor which unfortunately can't be operated on. And so we had a very energetic meeting, I could say, for 30 minutes. In my life, I haven't been so close to men, and with Michael, for some strange reason, we had a completely love connection. I completely loved him, and he completely loved me, so it's very strong to see him now very, very weak and not at all in a good health. I don't like this thing in here. Is it here? This thing behind me, like a bird, right on my nose, my head. Can you get rid of that? Well, I think you have to. It's really not nice at all. Okay, I'll sit more forward maybe. Can somebody move my chair a bit, please? Just move the chair a little bit forward. Yeah, that's enough. I think that will be enough. I hope. Just come a bit closer. Is that better? Okay, so is that given enough, whatever they call it? She ready? Come on, Radha, come and have a look. Let's see how. Good. You can film her. You can film her coming. Okay, stop there a minute. Get a good camera shot. Well, get her online, but come on, what are you doing? Wait a minute. Okay, you're on camera now. Let's see. Don't move her forward. Just leave her there for a minute. Okay, come on. Bring her forward now. The other camera, Tara. Tara, come on, Tara. Get your camera on her. Oh, it doesn't matter about me. You can do split screens if you like. That would be good. Do split screens on us. Oh, God, look at that. We don't need any jokes tonight, you see. I had such good jokes tonight. I had 5 really, really good jokes. We don't need any jokes tonight.
I feel like in the Muppet Show.
In which show are you in?
It's like the Muppet Show.
Muppet Show. Okay. Come a bit closer in with the camera. Oh, you're eating the mic. You think you can you cut? Maybe somebody can pull her back a bit. Just pull her back so she's not on the mic. Yeah, let her be on the chair. It's more comfortable, I think. Yeah, good. Okay, go now. But. Can you go back where you were, darling? Because you're gonna. Yeah. Okay. Good. Very good.
Wasser, please.
Mm-hmm.
Water.
Water. It's coming. Yeah. No, pour it in her mouth. When you take water in this situation, it acts like a kind of plug, you can say, so it reduces the energy a bit. Because what's going on now, the energy is so strong, she just, she can't manage it really. But this is now the 3rd Satori moment for Radha, and so probably her body now is much more available. Have you got some words of wisdom? Maybe you could take the microphone. Good. A few words of wisdom. It's very hard talking to you Satori people because you everything's a joke. Everything is a joke. Yeah. Have you got some pain now in your body? Is it some kind of pain?
This is so soft, everything.
Soft. Yeah. Wow. So there's no thoughts now? Few thoughts?
I don't know.
Her face reminds me of the days when I was living in Osho's ashram. And in the evening, he would have what he called energy darshan. And these things, all the lights in the ashram were turned off at the beginning. And there was, of course, that created a very kind of strong energy towards what was happening in this darshan. And when the people came out an hour and a half, 2 hours later, everybody was just as Radha is now, absolutely blown by the energy. Of course, it didn't last usually very long, but anyway. You can feel the energy, you know, incredibly strong energy, just moving her whole body. And she's also somebody who does regular yoga. She teaches yoga, and she's regularly every day doing yoga. So in some ways her body is very available for the energy. I remember when this happened to me about 24 years ago, the image that came to me, you know, I was kind of looking inside, and there was this incredible, well, like this. And when I looked inside, there was something like a little feather or a leaf, I don't know really what it was, but something like a little feather, and it was kind of spiraling down into this enormous void. That was the image that came. Because such an enormous energy, and you feel so tiny. And when your body is vibrating, rather, it's not painful, I think. Is that right? No pain. Huh? No. In fact, the opposite. It feels kind of lovely, yeah? Is that right? So would you like to say a few words before we take you away? I think she can't talk. Let's take her back onto the couch. I think she'll be happier there. Thank you very much. That was very interesting. Yeah.
Welcome.
So if somebody would like to come and have a meeting, I particularly invite our guests to come, because we're spending, the community is going to be together for the whole weekend, so we've got time for all the guests. Yeah? Great. Can I have that book? And a pen. Hi, great. You're from Italy,
Yeah.
the land of spaghetti. Do you remember Osho making jokes about spaghetti?
Oh yeah.
Yeah. You've been with Osho for a long time.
I shall you give lot of
Oh, can we? Yeah.
lot of greetings from Navino and Andres.
Ah, okay.
They played for you when you in Parimal.
Ah,
They played music for you.
and they came here, I think, actually. They played one or
Yeah.
two times here also, I think.
That's true.
Yeah, yeah. And they're still living in Paramal?
Yeah.
Ah, fantastic. Wow. And your Buddha is very beautiful. Thank you. I was told it was coming, and then I forgot. And then I was walking downstairs, and suddenly I'm like, wow, what's this? You
He's
know?
a big guy.
Yeah, it's
And
strong
heavy.
energy, strong energy. Right. Wow. Thank you for that. It's very, very nice.
Yeah. Thank you too to be here.
Okay, fine. Yeah. You may come back with your children or something, or child.
Maybe on Friday.
Yeah.
Yes,
Good.
we will see.
Wow. So I wanted to give you this book. So I could, if you like, I could write something maybe. But I don't know your name actually. Is it Satori?
S. Sagari.
Ah, Sagari.
Like Sagar.
Sagar.
Only with
An I.
Yes.
Okay.
Exactly.
Great. Good. And it's 6th today, isn't it? October. Okay, thank you. I think you'll enjoy this book because it's called The Pointless Joy of Freedom.
That's good.
Pointless joy.
Grundlos glücklich.
Yeah.
It reminds me the love meditation, Mystic Rose,
Yeah.
laughing without reason.
Right.
That's good for me in the moment.
I remember, when I was with Osho, it was back in the 70s and 80s, I was so serious about enlightenment, I was like a kind of Buddhist priest or something, doing all my meditations and what I had to do and listening to all Osho's teachings. And I was a very, very serious guy about enlightenment, I would get enlightened sometime, in the future. Yeah. So now it feels like a joke all those years.
For me, it's now more enjoying when I meditate.
Yeah.
In the beginning, I had the same, and now it's more enjoying.
Right.
Good.
Yeah.
Meditation.
Yeah.
Change.
That's because you're full of spaghetti.
I enjoy sometimes spaghetti.
I
Not
think
every day.
my book is perfect for Italians, actually. If you've got some other friends, you show them my book, they'll really like this title, I think.
It's in English?
No, this is in German. Is it German?
Oh, that's perfect.
Would you like to have it in English?
No, it's better.
Oh, okay.
It's better
We have it
German.
in Russian and, Russian, English, and German. Yeah.
I will read this book. Normally, I don't read books.
Okay. Well.
But this I will read.
Okay. Yeah.
I am more a hear man. I like to hear books and
Right.
Osho talking and...
Sure, I understand, yeah. Paramel is a very nice place. I did some, I can't remember, maybe a weekend, I think, 2 weekends there about, 12 years ago.
I missed you.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Oh, you came to one of my meetings?
No, I was not there.
Ah, okay.
I was not.
Ah, okay.
So,
Yeah.
but now I take the chance to be here with you.
That's very nice, yeah. Yeah, so it was amazing that you gave us the Buddha because you might have put it in Paramel somewhere, Did they like your Buddha?
It's a very nice story, or a very good story. I mean,
How it came here, yeah.
the story, yeah.
Tell us how you gave it to us, because...
There are so many stories about it, because the Buddha came here.
Yeah?
So which should I say?
Tell us the most funny one.
The most funny one? Okay. I get somehow thrown out of my job.
Oh yeah, right.
And I thought, now I will give the Buddha away. Something like this.
Right, right, okay.
And I wanted to come anyway here, so I thought it's a good idea to take the Buddha first.
Right.
There, and then I come.
Well, you don't really need to bring a Buddha, you know, because you're already a Buddha, so... Yeah, we don't need anything extra. Did you ever come across Papaji? Did you ever hear one of Papaji's satsangs? This man from Lucknow?
No.
You never heard about him?
Babaji, yeah.
Not Papaji, no. His name is Papaji. His name, what was his other name? Punjaji, yeah, Punjaji. He was giving meetings in Lucknow. You never heard about him? No? Really? Have you heard of Ramana Maharshi?
Only hearing.
Only hearing?
Yeah.
Really? Oh, wow. Because in our community, we're very focused on Papaji, who was my teacher after Osho. Spent 5 years with him after Osho. And his master is Ramana Maharshi. And yeah, they're very powerful. You're a true-blooded Osho guy, I can see.
You know what? I was never in front of Osho, and I never asked him questions.
Right, right.
In 35.
Well, actually, it was very hard to ask him questions. When you were in front, well, when I was in front of him, you know, I was once this close to him. Oh, I was shit scared. I was like a rabbit in the road, you know, with a car coming. That's basically how I felt. And I looked like that. They took a picture of me, and I looked like a frightened rabbit. And
Really?
when I looked in his eyes, we had this sort of moment of kind of deep contact, because I was sitting like quite close, and I was looking in his eyes, and he looked in my eyes, and it was so incredibly powerful. All I saw in this eye was nothing, absolute, like a tunnel of nothing. And it was scary like shit. And the photograph, I look exactly like that. Yeah. So it was hard to ask him a question after that, because you could hardly even breathe, actually. It was almost hard to breathe. You know, we've got a lot of paintings here, you know, sculptures here from different artists. And every one is a bit like a thumbprint, you know, like a, what do they call that? Fingerprint, yeah? So each artist expresses himself, you know? And you make Buddhas. So that seems to say something about you, yeah? That you all the time producing Buddhas.
Yeah, you know why I do so much Buddhas? And in Pune, when I did the night meditation for 1 week every night, you know this, night meditation?
Actually, I don't think I know that.
You look in the darkness,
yeah.
total darkness,
Yeah.
and with eyes open, and you never close the eyes. Doesn't matter what happened.
Right.
And then in one night, I saw my inner Buddha,
Right.
like a water drop.
Uh-huh.
So then I had the idea, I want to try to make Buddhas
Right.
in this form.
Right,
So
right.
I started.
Beautiful, yeah. Because the Buddha is very different from kind of traditional Buddha, you know. It's kind of a fun Buddha, you could say. Well, for me, it's like a fun Buddha. It's a kind of light-hearted Buddha. Is that your idea, or?
You mean when I do art, when I do the
No,
Buddha?
when I look at your Buddha downstairs, the one you gave us, when I saw it, I immediately had this feeling of fun and lightness.
Yes.
Because traditionally Buddhas are a bit serious, When you go in a Buddhist temple, they're kind of, in some way, serious, you could say. Well, for me, they're kind of serious. And when I looked at your Buddha, it was like nothing like that.
No, it's true. I like to do the Buddhas more in a grateful, was heißt freundlich?
Friendly,
Friendly
friendly,
way, yes.
yeah. Right, yeah. Right, so you must be a pretty friendly Buddha inside. Looking like a water drop.
It's true. But I can be also opposite.
Can you?
Yeah, I can be also a dragon.
Really?
A dragon Buddha.
All right. Have you made any of those kind of Buddhas? We probably need one like that for our front door,
A dragon Buddha.
Yeah, I think so, yeah. Kind of protect us, from the evil spirits outside. We could have they used to, in the temples in India, they nearly always had, well, I think all through Asia, actually, they always had on the outside gate some kind of, well, like devils, strong kind of dragon devils, 2 of them either side. And I always had the feeling they're guarding the temple from the bad spirits.
I have a good idea.
Yeah.
You make me a picture, how it could look like,
Right.
and I can build it.
Okay, sure, great. You're here for a few days, so we get the materials, you can do it.
When I come back.
Okay, when you come back, okay.
When I
fine.
have time.
So we need some ideas, guys, for dragon, fiery Buddha. Well, actually, they're not really Buddhas. They're kind of Buddha's helpers.
Could be a mixture of Buddha and dragon.
Right, yeah, something like that.
We do something new.
Yeah, great. Sounds great, yeah. They have these statues which are half man and half woman, yeah? So you can do yours half dragon and half Buddha. Very good.
With 2 faces, then.
2 halves, maybe.
Yeah.
1 half is dragon and 1 half is... Yeah. It could be very clever if you could make it so that if you stand over there, you see only the Buddha. And if you stand over there, you only see the dragon. You know what I mean? If you could do it like that, I haven't got any idea how you could do that, but it would be kind of cute that, you could, depending on how you put him on the platform. And then sometimes you can have him so you see both of them.
I have an idea.
Yeah?
The front, when you come, we
Yeah.
make the dragon when people coming.
Ah, okay, right.
And maybe in the back,
That's a good
in
idea.
the back, we
Yes.
make the
Buddha. Yeah,
the
I like this
friendly
idea.
one.
Yes. This woman, you have to talk to this woman behind the camera because
Yeah.
she did a wonderful dance here a couple of months ago, 3 months ago. And she had this costume, don't really quite remember, but it was exactly that. She was a man, I think, when she looked in the front, and on the back, when she turned around, there was a woman. And she danced somehow with this male-female energy.
wow, it sounds
And it
good.
was very beautiful. That would really inspire you, I think. Maybe she can show you some pictures.
Yes, it would
Yeah.
be good.
Yeah. But that's a great idea. I like this idea. Yeah.
But you have to be patient. It takes time.
I'm famous for being patient. It's one of my central characteristics. They're all laughing because I've got a terrible temper, I get easily frustrated, and I want everything now. Actually, I prefer everything yesterday.
Yeah, it's normal. You want it now.
Right. But
Oh.
we can wait a couple of days, don't worry.
How big you think it should be?
Oh, I don't know. Some sort of decent size, yeah. Depends, is he going to sit or is he going to...
You make the painting.
Well, Over this weekend. I'll let you know on Monday. Are
We
you
have-
here on Monday?
You have more time.
Because this weekend we're going to have a kind of community weekend together. So there'll be a strong community feeling. And then this Buddha, I'm sure, will come out. You know? Yeah. Wow. I really like Parimal, actually. And when I was there, I think I had, as I say, 2 weekends or something there. I went upstairs somehow to the castle. I don't know quite how I got there, but I met the owner of the castle.
Sittich, Graf Sittich Bellepsch from Bellepsch.
Yeah, I don't even remember his name now. He must be quite old now, I think.
Yeah,
Yeah?
he's 60
Yeah.
almost.
Really? Right. Because probably I met him about 15 years ago, I think.
Maybe 70, I don't know exactly.
Yeah, I would think he's a good 70.
Yeah, 70.
Yeah. He was a great guy. He's a real kind of Osho, Zorba the Buddha type. So he really cared about his spiritual life. And then he left his wonderful spiritual wife, who lived down the road, and they were still good friends. And he went off, I don't know, Thailand or somewhere, came back with a 12-year-old or something very young, beautiful, incredibly beautiful woman. Have you met her?
Sittich?
His wife, you know, he's got a very
Manetta.
young wife, beautiful
No,
wife.
the young wife is the new wife. She is from Philippines.
Ah,
And
the older wife lives nearby.
the older wife lives in Brazil.
Ah, in Brazil now.
Yeah.
Okay.
She's also painting.
Yeah, she's a very nice woman. Yeah. I really liked his castle. I even had a satsang in his castle on his birthday. And in the satsang, he came and played his violin. Real character.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I want to ask something. Because I never asked Master something.
Okay.
Never.
No, it mustn't be too difficult, though, okay?
Not difficult.
No?
Easy.
Easy, okay. Easy questions, okay. I'm a bit scared now because if it's 39 years this question has taken, you know, and it's okay, I'm only joking.
About relationships.
Relationships, oh God. They're very easy questions, I'm an
Yeah.
expert, easy questions.
I am on the point that I think or
Yeah.
I believe that relationship doesn't work.
Right, good,
Yeah.
yes. I think that's right, yeah. So you learned something in 39 years. Very good, very good.
That's it.
Well, I think it does work, but it doesn't work how we think it should work, you know?
Mm-hmm.
I think actually, I would say the problem is that we all grow up with a very romantic idea about how a relationship should work, you know? Because when we're little, mummy and daddy, even if they don't like each other, they put on a show, you know, that they love each other, they're touching and kissing and blah, blah, blah. You know, they make this sort of romantic pantomime for the children. All about love, you know, and the parents always talking about love, I love you, you know, blah, blah, blah. Do you love daddy? And blah, blah, blah. But actually, the reality is that we're all love. So all this relationship is actually useless. Useless because we're love, you know. We just met, you know, 5-10 minutes ago. And we're already starting now a connection on a deeper level than just talking. You see? So what is this? This is a true relationship because we're just going to meet in a deeper and deeper way. And this deeper way is actually love. But it's not that I'm loving you and it's not that you're loving me. It's like the two loves are meeting because they just meet and it's like an immediate recognition of love. And of course, this love, the word love, I mean, it's not, you know, the kind of I love you kind of love, not relationship love. This love is our very essence as human beings. So my Buddha meets your Buddha. And, you know, maybe I would make a different style of Buddha to your Buddha, but it's the same, you know. The essence is the same. And in terms, if you like, human relating, you know, being intimate, having a friend, having sex, I mean, I think the important part of that is to understand that it shouldn't go into some kind of serious pantomime, you know. We in our community, we call it a love bubble, you know, where for example, we've got one lady, is she here? Ah, there she is, the lady with the white hair. She fell in love with one of the men in our community some years ago. And he used to get up very early to do the breakfast. Yeah? And she would sit in the kitchen looking at him like, oh, wow, he's such an amazing guy. I love him, I love him. You see, this is what she used to do. And so we had a few bad experiences like that in the community. And yeah. Anyway, I'm joking a bit, but basically, I think we have to accept that it not be too serious with relationship. Yeah? But I think relationship can also be a very good mirror, you know, to see if there's any little kind of fish hooks floating around. Yeah? Women have a kind of mastery of fish hooks. Mm-hmm. Yeah. You know, if there's a pile of spaghetti and one fish hook, they'll immediately find it. And make sure you don't put it in your mouth. I'm joking, of course. I have to say that because they're Germans, you know, they're very serious kind of people. And if I say that, they believe me, you know. They're all looking spaghetti and fish hooks now.
I am also serious.
You can't be that serious when you made that Buddha, you know.
Yeah,
Can't you see that? I mean, that's your Buddha, so it has to be a reflection of what's inside you. And that's not serious, that Buddha. You know, I don't know why, but whenever I think of Italian people, I always smile. Because for me, they can't help being kind of pointless, funny, you know, kind of funny.
Clowns.
Not really clown, but some essence of clown, yeah, some essence of clown. The whole country, you know, the whole kind of story of Italy, for me, it's beautiful, it's so incredible. I've got this huge book at the moment about Michelangelo, yeah, he was a true-blooded Italian, I think, yeah. And his life was, you just can't imagine. Amazing.
I was in Pune when Osho died.
Yeah, I was also, yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah.
In the last days, I think a lot of Michael Barnett.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Oh, you know Michael Barnett?
Yeah, I love him.
Oh, you love him?
Yeah.
Ah, you can go and see him. You
I
know?
was the cook. I was always making cakes
Ah,
when I was in his seminars.
Ah, okay.
When he came to Parima,
okay.
I was making for him ice cream,
Ah, wow.
lemon cake.
Well, you've been here a few days. I didn't get any lemon cake or ice cream.
Next time.
I'm not allowed to eat ice cream, but I could eat a lemon cake. That's okay.
What?
I'm not allowed to eat ice cream. No ice cream, but lemon cake would be all right.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Which cake you like most?
Well, very creamy, very creamy.
With sahne. It's called sahne in German.
Cream, yeah, cream.
yeah,
Yeah.
okay.
Cream and lemon. Lemon, I like lemon. Yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah, mixture of sweet and sour. I like the sweet sour.
Okay. I will create something new for you.
Fantastic. Got my personal cook now. Wow.
Bakery.
Bakery up.
Conditor.
Sorry. Bakery.
You have a beautiful cook.
Yeah, we have an amazing cook.
She's
Now we've got a
cooking
baker
so-
as well. I mean, isn't that great? Now we need a candlestick maker.
I take so much time.
I think everybody's enjoying. I mean, yeah. Wow. And are you in a relationship with somebody?
Yeah, in friend, like more friends relationship.
Friend relationship.
Yeah.
Right. And have you been with her in some longer relationship, which became friends?
No.
No. Baker and a Buddha maker.
Yeah.
Now you are branching out into dragons.
I had this vision many years ago.
Yeah?
Yeah, about 7 years ago already. I had a vision to do not always Buddhas, to do something opposite. Like, what is the opposite from a Buddha?
Well, I guess these guys who stand outside the temple,
Yeah.
they also often carry something like a sword or something.
These Tibetan faces, you
Yeah,
know,
yeah.
the faces of the dead, and
It's like a warrior somehow, a devil warrior or something
Yes.
like that. Yeah. You're going to go now. Okay.
Thank you.
Okay, nice to meet you. Yeah. Oh, good, yeah.
Thank you.
The Radha's become very quiet. What's happening? She all right? Yeah. Oh, you can come, yeah.
If no one comes.
That's okay. So how's it going? We talked about a week ago, I think. Huh? I must speak loudly. Huh? We spoke about it 1 week ago. How is this week? Have you had fun?
Yes, too.
Yeah.
Works some, so a lot inside of me.
Right. Yeah. We can do it in German if you like. Is that more comfortable? Better
Ist
to
das
speak
besser
German?
auf Deutsch, wenn du deutsche Übersetzung hast?
Okay.
Yes.
Okay. So maybe you take the microphone a little bit closer. Right.
I come here and hope don't have to speak so much.
Very good. That's what I. That's,
Because my hearing is very.
do you remember what I told you about a week ago? You remember I said the first thing is you have to stop talking. You remember?
Sometimes I stop.
You stop sometimes.
It's getting slow.
Getting less.
Kleiner.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. So if the people in the community, if you see them running away, that's because they're afraid you're going to talk to them.
Wenn die Leute in der Gemeinschaft vor dir weglaufen, dann ist das deshalb, weil sie Angst haben, dass du mit ihnen redest.
Ich spüre auch, wie es mir gut tut.
I can feel how this is good for me.
Right. Yeah.
Aber ich höre immer noch so schlecht. Das ist der Grund, warum ich jetzt hier sitze. Es hat sich mal was getan beim vorletzten Mal, aber
But still my hearing is bad. This is the reason why I'm sitting here. So something happened.
ich kann nicht mitlachen mit den anderen. Ich verstehe es nicht.
I can't laugh with the others because I don't understand.
Okay. Well, basically, this lady who's laughing a lot,
Also die Dame hier, die so viel lacht,
she's having what I call a Satori moment.
die hat einen, was ich so Satori-Moment nenne. Einen Satori-Moment. Er meint die Radha, die hat einen Satori-Moment.
And this happens when suddenly, the energy starts moving very strongly.
Das geschieht, wenn die Energie plötzlich sich ganz stark bewegt.
And the effect then is that there's almost no thoughts, or the thoughts are very far behind.
Und das hat die Auswirkung, dass es kaum Gedanken gibt oder die Gedanken ganz weit im Hintergrund sind.
And you feel inside tremendous ecstasy.
Und im Innern fühlt man ganz viel Ekstase.
Because there's not really thoughts and there's a very strong energy and the body gets very warm.
Weil es gibt ganz wenige Gedanken und es gibt ganz viel Energie und der Körper, der wird ganz warm.
So Radha was saying she was very soft, felt very soft.
Und die Radha sagte ja, sie fühlt sich ganz weich.
Ich verstehe dich auch sehr schlecht. Das ist
You can't hear.
No, he can't.
ein bisschen lauter vielleicht. Ja, gibt es Rückkopplung wahrscheinlich. Das ist so lästig, deswegen sitze ich jetzt
Turn it
hier.
up a bit, Cigar, turn it up.
Das kann das sein.
Kann ich mich hier vorsetzen oder nicht? Ja. Also die Radha sagte ja, sie fühlt sich ganz weich.
Have you got a hearing aid? You can put a hearing aid in your ear maybe and it increases the volume.
Hast du vielleicht ein Hörgerät? Es gibt ja Hörgeräte.
Nee,
die
ich
man
habe es mal getestet, aber
No?
es war nicht wirklich gut. Jetzt wäre es nützlich in solchen Momenten.
I
oder in der
tried it,
Gruppe.
but it was not really good. I mean, in this moment it could be good.
Und es verhindert, dass das Ohr sich anpasst und flexibel wird und doch wieder besser wird.
But it prevents that the ear is adapting and maybe gets better again.
Okay.
So warte ich noch ab.
So therefore I'm waiting a bit.
Okay. All right. Well, that helps you not to talk,
Ja, aber das hilft dir auf jeden Fall nicht zu sprechen.
Deaf and dumb.
Taub und stumm.
Ist ja auch ein Grund,
That's your teaching, you see.
ich denke, das ist einer der Gründe, warum es...
God is giving you that teaching now, you see. Deaf and dumb. Be like a deaf and dumb.
Das ist die Lehre, die dir Gott gibt.
Ja,
And if you carry on like that, you can come and live with us.
Und wenn du so weitermachst, kannst du mit uns wohnen.
We're always looking for people who are deaf and dumb.
Wir halten immer nach Leuten Ausschau, die taub und stumm sind.
Unfortunately, we often end up with just the dumb ones.
Unglücklicherweise kommen häufig dann einfach die nur Stummen.
I think Govinda's taking me seriously.
Ich glaube, der Govinda, der nimmt es ernst, was ich sage.
Maybe.
wer?
Govinda.
He's a bit serious about things like that.
Der nimmt solche Dinge schnell sehr ernst.
Ja, ist ja noch jung.
He's still young.
I've got a special treat tomorrow, actually,
Also morgen habe ich eine Überraschung oder was
because
Besonderes.
somehow I think I sent a mail where I was asking if people would like to give some feedback to Govinda to try to help him to see something. Yeah.
Ich habe eine Mail rumgeschickt, wo ich die Leute gebeten habe, ob sie Feedback haben für Govinda, damit er was sehen kann über sich.
And different people wrote something,
Und verschiedene Leute haben was geschrieben.
but we have a very quiet Frenchman living in our community
Aber in unserer Gemeinschaft, da lebt so ein ganz stiller Franzose.
who is not here tonight, but he's maybe watching.
Der ist heute Abend nicht da, aber vielleicht schaut er ja zu.
And he wrote brilliantly. He had a brilliant comments about Govinda, absolutely brilliant.
Und er hat einen ganz brillanten Kommentar über Govinda abgegeben.
So then I asked him, can you please write something about everybody in the community?
Und dann habe ich ihn gebeten, dass er etwas über jeden in der Gemeinschaft schreibt.
Including me and including him.
Einschließlich John David und einschließlich ihm selbst.
And tomorrow I'm going to announce these wise words so everybody can hear his feedback.
Und morgen werde ich diese weisen Worte vorlesen, sodass jeder sein Feedback hören kann.
Yeah. I thought it shouldn't be only Govinda who gets the benefit.
Also ich wollte nicht, dass nur der Govinda da den Nutzen raus hat.
Yeah, that's interesting. Yeah. He's a very quiet guy, he doesn't talk very much.
Er ist sehr still, er redet nicht viel.
And sometimes we wonder if he's got anything to say.
Und wir fragen uns manchmal, ob er überhaupt was zu sagen hat.
But actually his comments about everybody are very interesting, very deep.
Aber seine Kommentare, die sind sehr interessant, die sind sehr tief.
We have a lot of fun here in this community. Come and join us.
Wir haben hier viel Spaß in der Gemeinschaft.
The only requirement is not to talk.
Die einzige Voraussetzung hier, um dabei zu sein, ist nicht viel zu sprechen.
And if you're dumb as well, that's a little extra.
Und wenn du dann auch noch stumm bist, das ist taub, das ist ein Bonus.
Yeah, yeah. I'm just conditioning them all so they're like me, you see. I'm conditioning them all so they're all like me.
Ich konditioniere die, dass die so alle werden wie ich.
You see, so the dumber they are, more easy for me. You know?
Je tauber die sind, desto einfacher ist das für mich.
I'm a cult leader.
Ich bin nämlich ein Sektenführer.
We better not show this to that woman. We're going to have a sect investigator coming soon.
Es wird hier bald eine Sektenbeauftragte hinkommen.
Don't show her this sad song. Yeah?
Zeigt dir diesen Satz.
Hello, if you're watching tonight.
Hallo, wenn du heute Abend zuschaust.
Don't take it seriously.
Nimm das nicht ernst.
Wenn die Leute es nicht können und Angst haben, dann ist man immer Sekte.
If the people are full of fear, then they tell you are a sect.
Right.
Können sich nicht vorstellen und haben Angst vor dem Unbekannten und sind Sekte. Ja, genau.
Right.
They can't imagine it and are full of fear for the unknown.
Yeah.
Das ist auch Regelfall. Ja.
Yeah. Would you like to do a little exercise?
Würdest du gerne eine kleine Übung machen? Würdest du gerne eine kleine Übung machen?
Yeah? Let's give it a go. So just close your eyes
Schließ die Augen.
and I'll close my eyes for some time
Und ich schließe meine Augen auch etwas für einige Zeit.
and then I will guide you a bit.
Und ich werde dich ein bisschen führen.
So keep your eyes closed
Halte deine Augen geschlossen,
and look inside
schau nach innen
and bring your attention to whatever is the strongest.
und bring deine Aufmerksamkeit zu dem, was am stärksten ist.
It might be thoughts,
Das sind vielleicht Gedanken
might be a feeling,
oder ein Gefühl,
might be a body sensation.
eine Körperwahrnehmung
It may just be silent.
oder vielleicht ist es einfach nur still.
But whatever is the strongest, you could tell me.
Was immer das Stärkste ist, kannst du sagen.
Die Kraft in mir im Herzen.
The power in my heart.
Okay, good. So stay with that power.
Bleib mit dieser Kraft.
And what's happening now?
Und was geschieht jetzt?
Da kamen wieder Gedanken störend. Und da wurde es nicht mehr größer, sondern hat stagniert.
Then there were disturbing thoughts and it didn't become bigger, it just stayed like it.
Okay. So maybe bring your attention to what you're calling bigger.
Und bring deine Aufmerksamkeit zu dem, was du größer nennst.
And now, what is happening now?
Was geschieht jetzt?
Es wurde ein Stück größer und dann war es wie blockiert, wie als ob eine Angst da wäre, ein Druck auf dem Herz.
It became bigger, but then it was like blocked. It was like if there was a fear in the heart.
Beim ersten Mal war es viel größer und stärker und wurde immer größer.
The first time it was much bigger and stronger. It became bigger and
So
bigger.
go to the fear. Just bring your attention to the fear
Bring deine Aufmerksamkeit zu der Angst.
and accept it.
Zur Angst.
Ja, und akzeptiere sie.
And don't try to change it.
Versuche nichts zu verändern.
And what's happening now?
Was geschieht jetzt?
Ich habe die Angst gefühlt, so gut ich konnte.
Bitte?
Ich habe es gefühlt, so gut ich konnte, die Angst.
I felt the fear as good as I could.
Okay, good. Okay, so take another look and give yourself permission to go deeper this time.
Und dann schau nochmal und erlaube dir diesmal tiefer zu gehen.
now? What happens now?
Was geschieht jetzt?
Es wurde größer, aber dann kam innere Unruhe auf. Vermutlich auch irgendwelche Ängste, die ich nicht konkret fühlen kann.
It became bigger, but then there was a restlessness, probably also some fear which I can't really track down.
Hat sich abgewechselt mit so ein leichtes Gefühl von Falle und diese Ängste.
There was a change from a feeling of fear and a feeling of and a feeling of falling.
Okay.
Ein bisschen Schwindel. Schwindelgefühle und das Fallen dann war aber eher stärker.
So a bit of dizziness and then the falling also became stronger.
Okay. Okay.
Und Zittern hier.
Right.
And the trembling.
Okay. So when you're ready, you can open your eyes.
Wenn du soweit bist, kannst du die Augen öffnen.
Kennst die Unruhe, kenne ich schon, das war dann mal ein Thema mal. Todesangst, die jeder von uns hat, war Thema vom Seminar.
So this restlessness I know, it's like the fear of death which everybody has. It has been a topic in the seminar.
Sehr tief unten, die Todesangst, die meisten können es nicht fühlen.
And it's very deep, this death of fear, and most people can't feel it.
Okay. But you have to be a bit careful, because fear is kind of something that changes.
Man muss ein bisschen aufpassen, weil Angst ist ja etwas, was sich verändert.
You don't feel fear
Ja, es war
all
auch
the
anders
time.
wie
He doesn't feel fear all the time.
Du fühlst ja nicht immer Angst.
Nee,
No. So it's a
Schon länger nicht
feeling
mehr.
that comes and goes,
Es
yeah?
ist ein Gefühl, was kommt und ein Gefühl, was wieder geht.
And where you should be looking is something that doesn't change.
Und wo du hinschauen solltest, ist dahin, wo sich nichts verändert. Wo etwas ist, was sich nicht verändert.
ja,
Have you been to any seminars about that?
Warst du schon mal bei Seminaren, wo es darum ging,
What doesn't change?
um das, was sich nicht verändert?
Because that's what we're doing here.
Weil darum geht es hier bei uns.
All
Ja.
my seminars are about
Ich
what
hab-
doesn't change.
Bei meinen Seminaren, da geht es immer um das, was sich nicht verändert.
You see, I don't give seminars about fear and relationship and all this stuff.
das
Es
ist
gibt
seitdem auch
keine Seminare, wo es um Angst geht oder
Nee,
um
nee.
Beziehungen und das Ganze.
beim Heribert ging es sehr viel um das Unbewusste und hat man viel erlöst. Da war das halt eines der Themen. Ich war einer der ersten überhaupt, wo das gefühlt hat schon durch meinen Mitbewohner. Da wo ich am Anfang Panik gehabt, was ist denn das hier? Das war so eine Angst in mir.
With Heribert, there was emotions were a topic in the unconsciousness.
Right.
And I was the first one who felt it through my flatmate, so there was a lot of fear.
Und das, was sich nicht verändert, wurde immer größer. Auch hier, die Woche, wo ich zu Hause war, was gemacht, dann wurde es noch größer, so groß wie noch nie.
So the thing which doesn't change became bigger and bigger.
Right.
Also, when I was at home now, it was as big as it has never been before.
But what doesn't change is not fear. Fear changes.
Ja, aber das, was sich nicht verändert, das ist nicht die Angst. Die Angst verändert sich ja immer.
Ja.
So we don't spend so much time here when we're talking about fear. We try to talk more about what doesn't change.
Also wir verbringen nicht so viel Zeit damit, über Ängste zu reden, sondern wir verbringen mehr Zeit damit, uns darauf zu fokussieren, auf das, was sich nicht verändert.
And what doesn't change has a special language,
Und das, was sich nicht verändert, das hat eine besondere Sprache.
silence.
Das ist die Stille.
Yeah. This is the language of silence. The language of silence is
It doesn't change.
What?
This one doesn't change.
Right, yeah, I lost my plot. I thought it was going to be very clever for a moment.
Die Sprache der Stille, das ist das, was sich nicht verändert.
Just shows you, if you try to be clever, it doesn't work, you see.
Außer, dass sie größer wird.
Apart from that, it becomes bigger.
Yeah. Right. Okay, very good. Okay, thank you. So Raj, would you like to come? I haven't seen you for many months. The invisible man. The invisible man, yeah? I think it was you that gave me the news about Michael.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yeah, so you're still connected to the people around him, I guess.
Well, I'm not connected like phoning and but this connection, yeah.
Yeah, right. Yeah. I mean, it came a bit close to this weekend, but if you want to go and see him next week or the week after, I think it's fine.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I like that.
I doubt you would get a personal meeting because I don't think he was really meeting people, but he does a 1 hour sitting on Tuesday, Wednesday and Thursday evening at 7. I think it's called an hour with Michael. So you can just go there and quietly sit. And I was very lucky because I had a very intimate meeting with a cup of tea, because we're English, you know, he's English and I'm English, so had to share a cup of tea, you know. And as all good wives, his wife poured the tea.
Mm-hmm.
It was very beautiful, actually. It's hard to talk about because it's some kind of very deep meeting. Mm. And afterwards, we went down and sat with him for an hour in the meeting. About 25 people were there. And you definitely could go to that.
Mm.
Yeah.
And most of the time he doesn't talk, yeah. Most of the time
No, he didn't talk at all.
Yeah.
No. I don't think he can talk, actually, at the moment. Yeah. Mm. Yeah. So it must be kind of quite touching for you, isn't it? That you realize how much love you have for him.
Yeah, well, it's always, yeah.
How long did you stay with him in the castle?
Well, I always visited, yeah. I always visited, and but it was regularly.
Right.
And also,
for how many years?
I did some over 9 years. Over
9 years,
yeah.
right. Yeah. And how many years have you been here?
15 years.
15 years. So somehow I'm winning at the moment. 15-9, yeah? Ah. But probably if you go and see him now, that will be worth, maybe 3 or 4 points. So you're almost equal then.
Yeah, it's not really about.
Huh?
It's not really about getting one more star or.
No?
No.
Okay. Would you like to share something about your connection with Michael, and maybe some story you had with him, or I don't know, whatever you would feel to share? I think it's rather nice because you knew him well,
Yeah, I know him well. When I met him, I was very, very locked in.
Yeah.
So I had no experience of someone who could see me. Basically, yeah. This is what happened. This happened immediately when we met.
Yeah.
So I could immediately see that there was immediately a connection.
Yeah.
And there was. I could feel like, for example, when you have this strong self-judgment thing going on,
Yeah.
I could feel there was, in a way, there was an enormous respect.
Yeah.
I could feel it,
Right.
and
right.
this was very blew me away, basically.
Yeah.
Yeah, so this kind of thing.
Mm. And he was living in that time. He was living in a castle. Is that right? What was that called?
They had a big project in France,
Yeah.
Energy World,
Oh, Energy
where they
World,
lived
right.
with 80,
80 people.
80 adults and 20 children
Really? Wow. Wow.
for 5, 6 years,
Right. Right.
and then the money was gone.
And the money was gone. Cost a lot of money to run a castle. He would be the king of the castle, I guess. The undisputed king, yeah? Yeah? And you don't have a nice, funny little story about him? Which amplifies his particular character? Do you remember last
many
time I was
things.
telling my beady, you know, he has this beady
Yes,
fetish,
beadies,
you know? I
beadies,
was
yeah.
telling my beady story, how he has these special beadies, you know?
Yeah, I'm not so good in gossiping. Yeah, I'm very discreet. Yeah.
Oh, you're very discreet.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry. What about just breaking your discretion just for a couple of minutes and sharing a juicy story?
No, juicy. Oh, wow.
Since you sat here, we've got an extra viewer, so you can need to have a good story for that guy who's now, or maybe it's a woman, and we don't know. Are we still broadcasting through Facebook and YouTube and whatever? Yeah. Not so many people tonight. Come on, we need a really good story to finish, otherwise, you know, they'll all switch off. No? Nothing?
Not really. It's
Really?
all in.
Just some personal memory of how he touched you, how you got touch from him. Was it his amazing sensitivity with energy?
Yeah, well, I mean, what happened with me is that I could, what never happened before, I could, after some more days working together, like in 5-day groups or longer,
Yeah.
I could just become totally kind of free, yeah?
Yeah?
Yeah.
Right. And that felt good, yeah?
That felt very good.
Very good. So you've had a few Satori moments.
Yes, but I could stay there.
You couldn't stay there.
You know, it was
Right.
impossible to stay there.
Yeah. And
yeah.
in this 15 years you've been here, have you had a few Satori moments but not really told us about them? You're busy putting the rubbish out or going to the airport and didn't tell us that you've been having a Satori moment?
There's also good moments.
Yeah.
Also good moments, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
No gossip.
I don't think it has to be gossip. But
Yeah.
it's like...
Maybe. Yeah.
Anyway, maybe next week you go, or the week after you go. I mean, I don't think he's leaving us so quickly, actually.
Yeah.
It didn't feel like days, you know, it felt like weeks or months, but not a year, because he was talking about this energy world. They were going to use it for his 90th birthday. And he was talking in a way, or somebody there was talking in a way that he's probably not going to be around on his 90th birthday. But I don't think didn't feel like very quickly. It felt seriously ill. He's seriously ill. But while I was there, he spent one morning in town and trying to have lunch in town. I mean, going to a session and then having some lunch. But I think that was too much for him. Yeah. Okay.